To this, tension remains quite high in Diepsloot, with residents vowing to continue their fight against crime in the area. Just last week, 3 protest leaders were arrested and charged with public violence. They are all due to appear in court today, and residents are heading to the Randburg Magistrates Court. The community says they will not engage with officials until their leaders are released. eNCA reporter Manqoba Mchunu joins us with the very latest. And Manqoba, good morning to you. Colleague, we can definitely see what looks like a resident or protester addressing the crowd. What exactly are the concerns today?
Well, Tumel, as you know, community members of Diepsloot are quite angry. Their leaders were arrested last week, and they're here outside the Randburg Magistrates Court demanding that their leaders be released. But I want to listen to this resident, what she's saying.
Some people must be released. They must be released. Why? Because we have the power to talk. We vote. We have the power because we vote. South Africans, it's because we are tired of our government. Our government doesn't protect us. Why they are not protecting the beautiful South Africans? We fought for this country. Let's protect it, guys. Why is it protecting the man? No, we're tired. We're tired. We're crying for our country. We're crying for our country. We're crying for our people. Why? Because abazali bethu baqhubekile. Let's protect it, guys, to save these people. Just because we're not security, wherever they go, they know they are protected. That's why they don't care about us. They don't care about the guys, the South Africans and Kritagai. No! We say no to illegal foreigners. We say no to undocumented. Our no is no. If our president doesn't listen to us, they won't see 2024. No way.
So, Mama, nifuna bakhisha baholben.
Abakhishwa because they are useless. If you can protect your own people, you are useless. All the countries in Britain, all the countries, they fight for their own people. They protect their people. Why our country can't protect these people? Just because we are poor. But they want our vote. Our vote is not poor. Our vote is not poor. Our vote put them where they are today. So now why, if we cry, they can't listen to us? Why they can't clean up the country? The country is so dirty. Even the foreigners themselves, they tell us that your government is useless.
Well, this is one angry community member, of course, outside here at the Randburg Magistrates Court, where the 2 leaders are expected to appear today. Of course, it has left residents quite agitated and angry, the arrest that happened last week, and they're here demanding that they be released from here. And earlier on, you recall that we saw the residents leaving Diepsloot to come here to the court, where essentially they are protesting outside the court, and they say that they want to leave this court with their leaders, and they are not going to take no for an answer. But just to get the mood of what's happening here and what's going to happen, I'm joined again by Reverend Tokwane Dituche. Thank you, Reverend. Let's just start here. I can see community members are quite angry today. What are you expecting from court?
How they are justified to be so angry. They are asking for simple things. Let us be safe. Let police do protect us, not work against us. And this is a situation we have to manage later on when we came out of that. But we expect them to get bail. That's what we have instructed the lawyers to do for them. I mean, these people are leaderless. Hence, you see me here to give direction and all of that. I want them to come back so that they go and do other things.
What happens then, though, Reverend, if they do not get bail, if they're not released?
May we leave that to the leadership to meet and pave a way forward. It will depend on what is it that has made them not to be released. But this is a delaying tactics. We had a communication with the office of the president. We were going to sit on a table to say this is the way forward, this is the approach, this is our timeline. But our government has no value for a poor people, a poor person. In particular, a poor black person. They've got no regard of their lives. Let me tell you, for the past few months, a person has been dying in Diepsloot every weekend. People, I'm not saying natural death, murdered. But it's for the first time this weekend that we did not have any. We don't know yet, but we'll hear. But we haven't had anything. So It's unfortunate, and we want to make an appeal to the president. One of his people said we can't call him to Diepsloot. People are living in Diepsloot. God is in Diepsloot. These people are in God's image, and we are here to protect them. These are defenseless people who can talk for themselves. That's why I'm standing up here on behalf of the church to say, President, come. You have already opened your doors for us. Can we come and sit down and agree on time? Our government does not want to have time frames. They want to live in promises. They are known with promises. They are specialists in promising. That is a known factor. Now we have to do extra work, cool-upping the community. We have been saying no tire should be bent. And Manqoba, I want to tell you, they are now turning against us because they think that we do not want them to express how they feel. And I'm just appealing to the president. I know him or his people are watching this. Let them release these guys. Let's go back to the table. Let's agree. That's what we want. Time frames and how it's going to happen, that's it. We don't want anyone to go behind the back of the leadership. Please, that's what we are appealing.
Tell me, Reverend, I mean, some people are saying that if their leaders are not released today, all hell will break loose. I mean, what are you gauging from people?
These people are not leaderless. We are here to lead them. And that is a statement of eNCA. It's a responsibility of leadership to manage eNCA. So we are here to do that. We're still going to have a very long meetings this evening to try to come with strategies that will calm the community. But I know, by the look of things, government does not care. Even if Diepsloot can be pending, they don't care. I want President and his ministers not to have bodyguard. One day to move around without bodyguard. Let's see what's going to happen. It's just unfortunate. Defenseless people, unemployed, people who live in shacks, Manqoba, who close their doors with their cupboards, are asking for policing that is properly. This is what happens. But no, that one, we will manage it. That's why there's a leadership. It has a responsibility to make sure things are okay.
Okay, thank you, Reverend, for speaking to us. I know you have to go inside court as well just to hear what's happening inside court. As you can see, community members are quite angry outside court, demanding that their leaders be released. In fact, they were just speaking a short while ago, saying that, if their leaders are not released, then they should not be blamed for what will happen after that. These are some of the words that were uttered by some of the residents that are outside. Of course, we're expecting that their leaders are going to be released today. They're insisting that their protest is not going to stop. Their fight against crime is not going to stop in Diepsloot. Of course, this is what started this protest, when community members took to the streets saying that they want to end criminality in their community. And of course, we saw what happened after that. They marched to the police station. We also saw a violent protest in that particular area as residents felt that what they were asking for was not reaching where it was supposed to be. They've insisted that they want the president to come and address them, and that should the president not come and address them, they're going to continue with their shutdown. Of course, they're expecting that their leaders will be freed today. They're appearing here at the Randburg Magistrates Court this morning. This is where, of course, we'll then get a sense of what will happen to this particular shutdown and the protest by community members in Diepsloot.